Hello and welcome to The Lab, a Minecraft podcast where we explore, experiment, and theorize about all things Minecraft. I am MinerThoughts, and with me is my co-host, my brother from down under, the Troj. How are you, Troj?
Absolutely fantastic. Not operating on a couple hours sleep at all. How are you, Miner?
I'm good. This is a one-of-a-kind, by the way, made by my daughter.
For those that are listening, there's a custom T-shirt with Miner Thoughts on it.
Yeah, I drew this. This is it worked in creative, Miner. So,
I've got Minerception right here. I'm seeing Miner on Miner by Miner.
But yeah, another week in the lab. We haven't done any bits of feedback. We still have bits of feedback. But we haven't done a full-blown feedback episode. But we'd still like to, talk about a couple things that we had lately.
Oh, we're doing feedback first, are we?
Yeah, let's do the feedback
okay,
first.
right. Sorry, I was expecting. Sorry, I wasn't ready. I apologize profusely, listeners.
I'm just going with the flow.
You're going with the flow because you can't remember what else we're going to talk about. All right.
Yeah, so... I do. It's right there.
All right, let's hope it remains there. All right, we're going to go back to our episode. See, I'm prepared. We're going to go back to our episode, Block Screens and Bonds, Minecraft's Big Picture. And we had a little bit of feedback here because we had a little special outro on that episode because we just lost it and we couldn't get it together. That was our outro. That was about 2 minutes long, but a lot of people were saying how the outro had them laughing. But we had some comments there from Sim. I think this movie, we spoke about our initial reactions without reviewing or spoilers about the movie, the Minecraft movie. Mm-hmm. Sim, I enjoyed the Minecraft movie as well. I went in there with a low expectation because the trailers weren't all that exciting, but looked all right. And for what it was, I really enjoyed it. I would watch it again. And sort of changing the topic, this community, talking about interrealms, is amazing. I love that it's such an inclusive and supportive place to be and hang out. I couldn't think of any other place I would rather be and spend my spare time. Interrealms inspires me every single day when I see a build from all of our talented community members. It really challenges me to try things I've never done before. Everyone's a builder. Some people just don't know it yet. Let me break these comments down. The movie comment is the movie, and we'll talk about the movie comments probably when we talk about the comments on our verdict for the Minecraft where we did the crossover. So saying... I couldn't think of any other place I'd rather be and spend my spare time. Sim spends a lot of time on Interrealms, and I'm again dumbfounded. For the last 7 months, she's had a broken hand. And for those that don't know, Sim part of my build team, so to speak. So I'll design something and then I'll give her the materials list, and then we've got this spreadsheet going, and more often than not, she just, oh, here it is, go build, sort of thing. It's like, okay, fair enough. And I haven't had that for about 7 months. So for the last 7 months of building, I've been doing all my own grinding and blah, 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 blah. I've just designed a mountain, a custom mountain. My first custom mountain. It's 200,000 blocks. And I gave it to her on Sunday. I said, oh, here's the thing. Do you want to, your wrist is better now. Do you want to help me? do you want to help me get this together? Because...
Please.
I said, please. Yeah, it wasn't asking. It was Sim, please. Oh, Sim got it. Anyway, thinking, yeah, okay, probably for this week's streams, I know what I'm doing. I'm grinding and we're getting it. 2 days. I've only got this, and this left. I'm sorry, what?
Dang.
Yeah, so now I got to build a mountain. So thanks, Sim. I thought I had some more time on my hands, but apparently not.
Don't forget the light underneath so you don't have a mob farm.
It's already lit. So,
okay.
Yeah, so we've cleared me, and there's a whole, I've got to give a big shout out. When Sim said, she can't fault this community, it's amazing. It really is. I sort of put the call out there, if anyone wants to come help me take this mountain down, come help me. Because yes, I've torn a mountain down to build a mountain. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, it only took us 2 or 3 weeks. There was a whole bunch of us just sort of gone in and just tore this mountain down. So that is all lit up. What I've got to do, though, is I've got to go through now that I've designed this big mountain. I've got to... have you seen the picture?
Yes. Yes, you shared it with me.
Yeah, I've got to light it up. before I build it in creative, so I know where to put all the glow lichen and stuff. So that's a job. But yes, leading into the comment there where I'm going with that is everyone's a builder. Some people just don't know it yet. And that's actually true. Like, I go back to the start of World 4. How many people said, oh, but we're not builders. We don't know what we're doing and blah, blah, blah. Then you see the likes of Terry, SB, all of that, all these sort of people. Sim. I don't know if you've been over to Sim's base recently, but she's building Hogwarts. And oh my goodness. And she's doing custom landscaping and all sorts of stuff. So what's inspiring for me is you see these people saying, you know, we don't know how to build, we don't do big projects, and they're all migrating into these big projects. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, things have changed. I feel guilty because I haven't been on the server in a while. And just before we recorded this, I hopped on because there's a redstone shop now. And apparently I'm a part of the redstone shop. So I'm supplying, slime. So I'm like, okay, if we're going to need slime, I'm going to start AFKing for this. Who pops up? Enzyme. He's like, so we're chatting. He's like, what are you doing? Where you been? Why aren't you streaming? Podcast, dude. But I want to do my part too. So I do need to get back up.
But we are Interims is a it's a Minecraft focused community. But I think we've said it in the past, it is really developing into a content creator community where we are exploring, other avenues of content creation adjacent to and outside of Minecraft. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, your passion, your focus has definitely been podcasting and tabletop RPG. Here we are talking about tabletop RPG in a Minecraft podcast. I
was waiting for
it. Yeah. So your focus is definitely, swung that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we would love to see you on the server.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But that also sort of leads into a comment here from the Timid Terry. I love that you talked about personal growth in addition to growth as a creator. In addition to improving Minecraft skills, I've seen some people improving their people skills, their public speaking skills, their organization skills, and decrease the fear that they may have associated with these things. As someone who is passionate about professional and personal development in my real life, this is incredible to see. People find inspiration and support from each other. And that's my favorite part about the Interrealms community we've created. I heard so many great things from our guests about the live stream weekend as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we had a lot of guests for the live stream weekend. A lot of guests. A lot that couldn't actually make it as well. But probably about half the invites that said, yeah, we're coming, at least half showed up. I think even more than that, which was great. And everyone was blown away by the builds, everything, which was good to see. And yes, we do, you can see the personal development of people, as Terry said, where they were, where they are, and their journey on that self-development. It is good to see. There's a special community here.
Oh, definitely. And I like the bonds that we have created. It's not just a server. I've said this many times. It's not just a server. It feels like family.
It does. There's something special here. And you just got to talk to any of the members that there is something different. Like Cobble, her and I had a chat about something recently. And I don't want to go specifically what we were talking about, but her comment to me was there's something unique with Interrealms that she hasn't found anywhere else. That was really great to hear. But the next episode that we'll talk about is our episode 100, because we're past 100 episodes now. Yay us. Who'd have thought?
Yeah. Speaking of episode 100, we were supposed to do something for episode 100. This one thing that involves, burning our mouth and
the requirement.
Anyway, long time ago, way back when, we decided we were going to do the Hot Ones Challenge, and or maybe it was a subathon, and you said, if I reach here, I'll do the Hot One Challenge. And I was like, I'll do it with you. And it's been kind of an ongoing thing that we were going to do. It was supposed to happen tomorrow or this weekend, but cross signals and whatnot. And so, folks, July 4th, the weekend of July 4th. For Americans, you know what that is. For everybody else, I mean, it's just July 4th weekend. But tentatively, that's when it's going to happen. The Hot Ones Challenge.
And not only that, you will see it live on Twitch.
Yes.
Because both Miner and I are going to live stream it. So make sure you check out our Twitch links and drop a follow on those. The links will be below. It's going to be live streamed. And I know there's a theory that Troj just does. He's trying to back out of it. That's why it's not happening. I'm Australian. And Miner makes one comment. Let's do it Memorial Weekend. Okay. I'm Australian. I have no idea when this is. I expected some sort of don't forget this is happening. Not, are we still good for Saturday? What's Saturday? I don't know. I need to take time off of work for this.
I already had it scheduled, arranged. I've got ice cream in the refrigerator.
Yeah, I'm going to be stocking up on milk, ice cream, all sorts of things. I can see it now. But July 4th. And yes, you might want to stay to the very end of this episode because the Bearded Bard and Miner Thoughts done a little parody number on me because it's not happening this weekend. You might want to stick around for that. Anyway, episode 100, we had a special guest. We had Keegers, the executive producer, make an appearance. And there was a lot of comments about congratulations on episode 100, and thank you. We appreciate that. The one comment, well, there's two comments. We have one from RS Malek saying, oh, wow, didn't know there was still Minecraft podcasts. Yes, there is. Yes. This is the number 2 Minecraft podcast behind the Spawn Chunks, believe it or not. I always like throwing that in there. And we've got a comment here from Slingin' Sharks, who's one of the more recent additions to our little Interims family. And this sort of goes back to what we were just talking about the community and it being unique and whatnot. Sling, you guys are amazing. This community is amazing. When I joined Interrealms, I was only looking for a fun, active Minecraft server to play on. I was content in my small place in the world, but since integrating into the community and engaging with everything it has to offer, it has inspired me in ways I did not expect and rekindled passions from my past. Most people don't know that I once pursued a career in radio. I worked on my local college station and loved it until I was discouraged by external voices and gave up that dream. Since being exposed to the Interrealms podcast network and admiring all of you pursuing your dreams, it's very much rekindled that long-lost dream and made me start wondering if I have more to give the world. If something like starting my own podcast might ignite my passion again. Thank you guys for helping me feel like I might have more to do in this life. Now to figure what I might have to say, that's the hard part. For the short time that I've known you, I don't think finding something to say is ever a problem with you on any level. They just don't. So just embrace it and go with it. But there's an example of, we inspiring each other.
Yeah. Yes, Sling, we need you on a podcast, any sort. So.
Well, I happen to know that Sling is going to be on a.
I won't spoil anything.
Indeed. Okay. Our verdict on the Minecraft movie, and that was a crossover with Does It Adapt? And we only actually had one comment on this video, but I'm going to go back to the block screens and bonds comment section. Because we did have a comment there, obviously from Sim gave her thoughts. Josh. Hello, Josh. Haven't heard from you for a little while. I watched this weekend. Have the same opinion. Could it be better? Oh, yeah. Did I have fun? Oh, yeah. Would I watch it again? Yep. First time in a long time since I saw a movie full of kids and teenagers and people actually shouting the main lines and clapping. It was fun. And I think that's the thing with the Minecraft movie. For whatever reason, it just found a place in pop culture very quickly.
And we said it on that episode that it's become like a meme almost. The whole movie is kind of a meme of some sort. And think that's what Mojang, they're embracing it. I think that's what they kind of wanted, the direction that they wanted, from chicken jockey to la 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 lava.
Stay to the end of this episode. But we did have another comment here from Zinedine Zeline. The writing was quite bad and some of the characters didn't even have an actual purpose or any reason to be there, like the real estate lady. I do get it's orientated towards kids, but I feel like they could have made the story better and more interesting. The ideas with the piglins was good, but it just missed a lot of stuff to glue the story together. Great podcast, guys. Keep it up. Thank you for the comment there. I don't think we disagree with that comment, but I think I think for whatever reason with the Minecraft movie, and whether it's fair to other movies or not, I don't know, but you can't look at it like other movies. As a standalone thing, yes, you're 100% right. And we said that for me anyway, the writing, yes, could be better. And I was very open with saying that that character, the real estate, a side character that just didn't add anything, it was not a required character. I just think though it was going back to sort of what we said in that episode, it was made with a very specific path in mind, and it had achieved that path. And yeah, some of the writing was a bit with the target that it was aimed at. I think it achieved it well.
Yeah.
You don't want to add anything? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, it was good for what it was. Oscar winning, was it like top notch absolute cinema? No. But it was a fun ride. So, I mean, if that's what they were going for, they achieved their goal.
It was very much leave your brain at the door and just embrace the fun. All right, then we went on to the episode that was a bit of the behemoth, Buildstone. We had a special guest on there, Jake Kelton Crafts. And Jake, thanks very much for coming on. We do appreciate it. And he was, in fact, the first comment. It was a pleasure being on and joining you. Thanks for the great questions. And we'd love to have you back sometime. But no, that was very enjoyable chat. And it was very much a case of just basically us sitting there going,
well, here's the thing. He going back to learning and being inspired from other people, and trying to become better people, better us. He was so articulate, very well spoken, and I'm like, the whole time, I'm listening to him for most of the first part of the episode. He's just very articulate, and he's talking about his community and Buildstone and the how things have progressed in it. And I was like, man, I wish I could speak like that.
You could definitely see the passion both for the Buildstone thing. You can see that and for his community as well coming through. There was a definite passion there. And that was the most thing that really stood out for me, was he kept pushing it back to, it's not just me, it's not just me. He's, by his words, by the grace of God, being the one that's sort of been thrust to the limelight with it. But he has a hand in things, but it's not just him. And so many times you've seen people in the past stand on the shoulders of others and not give due accolades. But Jake's not been like that. And that was one thing that really struck a chord with me. That's what I really, really like. But Jake, you're more than welcome back anytime. Just let us know. And as Jurassic said, this was a great episode and Jake was an amazing guest. Very interesting and communicated so well. Love that he's so about the community and standing on the shoulders of all who did things. And that was, we didn't do video podcasts like this for that episode because Jake decided to not do a face reveal. And that's totally understandable. And when I went to edit that video, literally for at least half that video was just me and Miner sitting there going, and if you're listening, it's just sitting there nodding our head. So it didn't make good video content. So that's why we went temporarily back to the cartoon version for that one. Similar to what we did for the crossover for the movie review one. But then we sort of, you fell down a rabbit hole of Buildstone in the next two episodes after that.
Well, yeah, I was riding a high of that, just feeling very inspired, and then the following episode, we talked more about Buildstone, and then and then it was coming up on my real mining episode, and I have kind of a running list of things that I want to do, and you can do a mining operation in Create Mod. How would that look? Could you do that in vanilla? Kind of a real mining episode and kind of a challenge, I don't know how many people from that community saw that, but hopefully, we get some ideas. If not, I've got some ideas. Uh, uh, you know, that I'd like to see happen.
Why don't you go and try and make it happen?
I will if I ever get back on the server.
The next one we had was from Buildstone to Hardcore Minecraft Your Way, and it was about playing Minecraft your way because the Buildstone thing was it's not new. Like if you actually go and have a look, it's a new term. Buildstone, it's a new term, but if you go back and you have a look, there's people making moving cranes and all sorts of stuff 2, 3, 4 years ago on video, but it just hasn't. It didn't make a fan that Mumbo picked up on and didn't get featured on Hermitcraft, which is what really is, I feel, has driven the movement right now to bring it to the forefront, so to speak. So it's not a new thing, but with the emergence of Buildstone, and I think I mentioned it on a couple of times there, it's inspired me to think differently about things. So I've just recently joined the Twitch SMP, and it was my intention there is I'm going to build a building, and every building is going to have something moving. So when the area is finished and I turn it all on, A, I'm going to lag the server out, but B, it's going to look alive. That's my plan for it, to embrace it. I'm not going to do a big mega thing, but I'm going to concentrate it on it that way. So it sort of got me thinking differently. And then that whole topic of however you want to play Minecraft, it's not wrong. You want to play in creative, you want to do hardcore, you want to do challenges. There's Sir Niplington there on Twitch, Nips, another Aussie creator. He's been doing it for about a week or 2 weeks now, half heart hardcore. He has half a heart. So he takes one bit of damage world over. I couldn't do it. My impatience would not allow me to do that, but it's incredible. He's gone through that many worlds, but it's incredible to watch because, you're having to think differently about your game. You can't just go, oh, I've spawned on here, I'm going to go just jump off this 3-block ledge. You do that, you're world over. Make sure you walk down.
Wow. I couldn't do it.
No.
I mean, I don't even like hardcore.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking of hardcore, Sir Niplington is actually running in July. I think July. He has a 1-month event server for Twitch streamers called YOLOcraft. You only live once. And I got invited this time around, so I'll be doing that in July. So that's hardcore. I'm not a huge hardcore player, but I have started a hardcore world on Twitch, so wish me luck. Now, Devara to the comment section. It's long. It's
yes.
It's I'm contemplating to say the Bible has nothing on this comment in terms of length.
Well, I mean, she even commented on the real mining one, and I was like, wow, Devara.
So I'm not actually going to read the comment because I would need to devote an entire episode to Devara's comment. I am not joking. It's not the longest one she's ever done. I messaged her because when she leaves a comment, she will message me and goes, "There's another thesis." That's what she says to me. And I looked at this one and I've read it and I wrote back to her, "I think that's your longest one yet." She goes, No, there was one previously where I had to send you a Word document because it was too big for the comment section. And I went, "You're right. Actually, I remember that one. But this one must have been getting close." So please, everyone, go over and have a read of it because Devara puts a lot of thought into her comments.
Oh, definitely.
And, there's some comments, and actually this one here we might touch on as a standalone episode at some point because there's a lot of thought in there and we could, I think, probably break that down. So I'm going to fly right over that comment, but please, 20 minutes out of your life to go and read it. It's well worth a read. But a couple of comments, smaller ones that we can digest in this episode is Choctaw Law 2025. I like to play Minecraft with my brother. We are trying to kill the Ender Dragon. And that's what I love about Minecraft is, families coming together and playing. That's how I started playing Minecraft with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're the one that got me into it. And sounds great. And thank you for the comment. And then Jake showed up. Hello again, Jake. Jake Helton Crafts. Like Subway, build it your way. And then speaking of your way and Buildstone was your comment there, your episode for Real Mining to Minecraft, where you laid the challenge down to the Buildstone community, which I don't know if anyone's done anything with it yet, but Tom for Fun. Hello, Thomas. Neat ideas for making real-world mining into Minecraft builds, both practical and aesthetics. And then Popper Goat, I think I'm saying that right. Popper Goat, excited about all the things coming from the Buildstone crafting direction and appreciate having another Minecraft podcast to watch. Welcome in. But I'd love to see some maybe from the Buildstone community.
Even if it was like an old mining town, old mining things. I mean, that's probably another episode that I could do. Old mining versus new mining, and what's some of the things you see in old mining are in Minecraft versus the new things, like the drill that I'm going to be running is basically a robot. The arm moves and I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs, watching it, making sure it doesn't stop. Things have changed.
I remember at the start when we were building up for World 4 of Interim. So one of the jobs that comes down to me every world is find the seed, find the world. What we try to do is we try to put out there to all the, particularly the content creator level players, is what sort of area are you looking for? And we try to find something that incorporates something for the majority of people if we can. And I remember you said, I have to have an old growth tiger. I have to have an old growth tiger. I found you one. I found a world with one. You haven't used it.
But now I'm sick of snow. I mean, Minecraft rain is bad enough, but snow, like, it's covering the redstone, it's covering all the beautiful city streets. I don't know.
I remember in World 3 where I had my my Stargate build. I built the mountain entryway down into the mountain, and one row in front of the door was in snowy mountain biome or whatever. Everything was fine except for this one row in front of the door. We keep getting a snow layer. Just that one little thing. I was like, I wish there was some way to stop that without having to put down string and stuff like that. Yeah, because from afar it looks okay, but up close it's a real pain in the you know what. And I didn't want a row of light blocks along there because it just so.
Yeah, we've tried things. Reimagine, she's not fond of the string idea, and we tried light sources to help melt. So World 5, yeah, again, no spoilers, but
it doesn't matter.
Different approach this time. I will say this: we're going to be simple because I know that we'll be collaborating others. So,
well, I will spoil one thing.
Our personal little thing, the concentration is going to be on collaboration.
Yeah, I'm not doing a base as such in the next world. We are teaming up with each other, obviously, but also Blind Cubsy, Cobblecay, and Pyfro. So that should be interesting. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
Miner, stop. Miner, resist the urge.
Well, I had to resist the urge during the Jake Kelton episode because my mind was racing with World 5 ideas on like movement in what we're planning. And I almost dropped some spoilers, but I held back.
You did very well. I was very, very proud of you.
I just let Jake speak,
Yeah, I think we did both do coming to looking at the video edit. We both did.
Just let him,
I think for the first 20 minutes, you didn't say a word.
No.
I was wondering where you'd gone.
It was the intro, and then, it was Jake, but it was good.
It was good. I very much enjoyed that one. And that's, we've had two reasonably sized guests on with him and Ray's works, and both have been really, really great conversations. So I'm excited for the... Oh, sorry. Well, Keegan's was a very good conversation. You shouldn't forget that. But no, I'm very much looking forward to our next guest appearance, whoever that may be.
Mm-hmm.
That is the end of the feedback, and that is the end of the episode.
Yes. This was going to be a 2-part episode, but we talked about feedback.
Yeah, I think that might be my fault, because I've been saying to you for 2 months, we haven't had that much feedback. There was actually a lot there. I apologize.
Yeah. And I was looking at the last time we did a feedback episode. It's been like 3 months ago.
No.
Has it?
No.
March.
Minecraft Live, our reactions episode. was where we did half an episode of feedback because we hadn't had that much.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it
I
wasn't a standalone, but
I was looking at the thumbnails. We talked to you, the feedback.
yeah, no, we did a multi one then, but it was we did half an episode of feedback then because it had been a little bit quiet on the feedback front on that one, but no, we're back with feedback.
Back with feedback.
Back with
Oh,
feedback.
that's what we said last time. We're back with feedback.
Apparently. But if people do want to give us some more feedback, which we would love, where can they find us, Mr. Miner Thoughts?
Hey, perfect. This is perfect. Just flowing right into the end of the episode.
I like to make it easy for you.
And I didn't pull up my script, but I'm going to wing it. I think I've got it memorized. Let's see how I do.
For those that can't see the video, I currently have my head in my hands. We have faith, Miner. You can do this.
Okay, you can reach us at a multitude of places. You can go to the Discord, the Interrealms Discord. You could talk to us there in person. There's always activity there on the Interrealms Discord. You can also reach us on at our email, which is minecraftlabpodcast@gmail.com. If you just want to send a private message there, you can do that. You can reach us on the socials at MCLab_podcasts on Twitter X or LabMC Podcast on Blue Sky. And then you can also reach us and find us all on the interrealmssmp.com website. If you want to go directly to the podcast, it's podcast.interrealms.smp. Interrealms? No, let's start over. Podcast.interrealmssmp. Almost had it.
I'll give you a pass on that one because I think that was better than when you have it with the script.
Hey, I've got the intro down pat, and slowly but surely I'll have the outro.
But don't forget to check out both of our Twitch links down below in the show notes because we will be live streaming, as I said, July 4.
Yeah, I've got a special stream set up. I've got this camera right here, and I've got a camera up here. It's going to be looking down at the desk with the wings on a charcuterie board. And then I'll pull out the sauces as we try them. It's going to be a whole spectacle.
I don't think I'm going to have it that fancy. I was thinking of doing this sort of thing, like video with the collab cam and stream them both, but we'll see. I'll have to do some, definitely have some preparation over the next. But with that, Miner, I'm going to head off and edit this so we can get this ready for Monday's release. And yeah, everyone check out the Twitch because you're not going to want to miss that live stream. We will put that into a podcast format for a release as an episode, but I've got a sneaky suspicion the live recording will not want to be missed.
Yes, and if you want to submit questions, trivia questions, preferably Minecraft trivia, but I mean, you can ask us other trivia, I guess.
Well, let me give you an example of some of the questions that have come through from the Interrealms community so far. This is a cracker. So just as an example, one moment.
Oh, you got trivia questions?
Not trivia questions. Of all the content creators you've ever watched or collabed with, who inspires you the most and why?
Okay.
So,
but
it doesn't just have to be trivia. It can be if you've got a question you'd like us to answer in some way. Feel free.
Yeah. Put them in the comments down here if you're watching this video. Yeah,
or send it through to emails or something. Yeah, we'd love your questions. So we'll see you for that. And again, stay through to the end of the episode because Miner and the Bearded Bard have a theory about why it's not happening this weekend. I can't disagree with anything that they say, but that's not the reason. It's just Miner thought that I was American, apparently.
We're just having a little fun. Just poking a little fun.
But we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
This has been a production of the Interrealms Podcast Network. For more information, go to podcast.interrealmssmp.com. You can see that full link in the description of this episode. Thank you for listening.
Josh and I collaborated on something. And it's just a theory, but we figured maybe he chickened out.
No, you didn't chicken out.
So we wrote a thing. It says, it goes, a little song goes, la 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 lava, chicken. Troj doesn't want to eat the chicken tonight. All the tasty hot sauces are giving a fright. He doesn't want to have a stomach churn. Troj doesn't want to deal with all the heartburn.
I mean,
Josh.
all of that is relevant, but not accurate.